Hello, this is Billy Cunningham.
And I'm Connor McStay, and this is the summary of our People for the Sociological Imagination Project. Alright, so first we have George Stinney. He was a 14-year-old African American kid who lived in South Carolina. He was convicted of murder. He was convicted of murdering two white females around the same age as he was. He was the youngest person to be executed in the United States at that time. Um, he died by the electric chair, even though he didn't even fit in it. His trial only lasted 10 minutes, and the jury was all white males. Um, the girls' bodies had been found ditched on the side of the road, and ever since he was convicted, his family's been asking for a retrial since they don't think it's fair that he was only given 10 minutes to prove his innocence. Um, the families of the girls who were murdered say the case has long been closed and there's no need to reopen it. Um, Everyone says, or most people say, that he was treated unfairly, prosecuted too quickly just because he was a young black kid living in the South at the time.
Ethel Rosenberg was born in New York City in 1915. Her father was an immigrant from Russia, and she was raised Jewish. After finishing school, she went on to work for a shipping company. Shortly after, she became part of a workers' union that soon became a supporter of the Communist Party. In 1939, she got married to Julius Rosenberg, and in the 40s, her husband became an agent for the Soviet Union. Julius Rosenberg recruited Ethel's younger brother, David Greenglass, to be a spy and also to give information to the Soviets. David Greenglass was assigned to work on the Manhattan Project, and he delivered notes to Julius. According to her brother, Ethel typed up the notes for the Soviets. This accusation is the only direct evidence of Ethel's involvement in her husband and brother's spying activities. In 1950, Ethel and Julius were charged with conspiracy to commit espionage along with David Greenglass. Many people believe that Ethel was charged in the case as a way to force Julius to give up names of other conspirators. However, the couple remained persistent in asserting their innocence. In March 1951, the Rosenbergs went to trial, and David Greenglass testified against them in terms of a lesser sentence. With the anti-communist movement going on in the United States, they had little chance of a fair trial. Ethel Rosenberg was convicted and sentenced to death despite a lack of direct evidence linking her to Julius's activities. The sociological concept that can be related to Ethel Rosenberg is the structural functional theory. This is because, due to her Jewish race and communist values, people viewed her differently, and her deviant behaviors were not treated the same as others.
The sociological concept that relates to George Stinney is the race conflict theory. This theory relates to George because he was a 14-year-old black kid living in the South in the mid-1900s, and there were certain stigmas against black people at that time that did not allow for them being treated equally in the court system or in society in general. If George were to be a white kid in this time, he probably would have been treated differently in being accused for this crime as well as on trial. Thank you.